Hey guys, and
Hey.
welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see, I have a guest on my channel today. Again, he's back. I think you literally my last video, because this is going to go up after my thrift with me.
Yep.
So this is Phil. This is my husband, for those of you who have not met Phil before.
I haven't been here for 2 years.
Yeah, for those of you who are new to the channel and have recently joined us, welcome. Hello, this is my husband Phil. We literally just had our 2 years of marriage yesterday, as I'm filming this video, but I thought it would be fun to do another Q&A with Phil. So we did one of these for our 1 year wedding anniversary as well. So if you guys missed that one, then I'll leave that down below so you guys can go and watch it after this one. But I asked you guys on my Instagram story for some questions and you guys sent in some good ones. We'll answer some of them today. Some of the questions we have gotten we've answered in previous Q&As before. Some of them we do address in the one that we filmed last year. So we're gonna try and keep this like new questions. I ran through the questions with Phil before, so we're keen to get into this. We have like an hour to film this video before we need to go, so hopefully we can get through them in this time. But let's jump into this video. Question number 1. So this one I'm just gonna do in case any of you guys are new here on this channel. How did you guys meet?
You were best friends with my cousin, so I met you through her.
Yes, I was really close with Phil's cousin in high school, and so it wasn't until after high school that Phil and I met, but yeah, that's how we met. The best memory so far. So I'm guessing that's from marriage, not from dating.
I mean, mine's wedding day.
Yeah, the wedding day I feel like for me was definitely a highlight. Any regrets in marriage so far?
You have a video on that, don't you?
No, in marriage, not from the wedding day.
Okay.
Yeah, go watch my video of all my regrets in marriage.
Well, I'm trying to plug any video of yours, so none so far.
No. I wish we could have gone on a honeymoon sooner, but I don't think...
honeymoon actually, yeah.
But I don't think it was most practical. And then I think the only other thing that I would have done differently if we could have done it again was, I don't know how it would have worked, because I feel like it couldn't work any other way. I mean, we got married in Hawke's Bay, we live in Auckland, but I kind of wish we'd got this flat all set up and organised first, so that when we came back to Auckland we didn't have to stress about moving. Yeah,
because did we have this place in mind before we like jumped into it after marriage?
We viewed it before we got married.
Yeah.
But we didn't lock it down when we were in Hawke's Bay, but after we'd got married.
Yeah, it definitely would have been good to like move in everything here first. Because 2 weeks before we got married, we went down to Hawke's Bay.
Yeah, which I did film. So I filmed the entire wedding planning process. So if you guys missed it, I'll leave it down below.
If we had moved here first and then went down, that would have been better. That's
kind of like the only thing that I would have done differently. Everything else has been great.
Yeah.
Most challenging thing you've faced over the 2 years of marriage?
You, on a personal note, being made redundant.
Oh yeah.
The few months afterwards was pretty rough.
Yeah, that's true. Being made redundant was a blessing in disguise. For those of you who like are new to the channel, the reason I'm at uni this year is partly because I wanted to study and I didn't know when the right time was, but also because I got made redundant in December last year. So me losing my job was quite a big thing, but also like it wasn't challenging in terms of having to work through with our relationship. It
wasn't relationally challenging, it was more situational. Yeah.
What's been a highlight / low light of marriage so far? What has surprised you? The low light was being made redundant.
That's probably low light, yeah.
Yeah.
Highlight probably getting better as like working as a team and doing things like more as an us rather than like, oh, I do something or you do something.
Yeah.
It's more of an us endeavour.
I feel like my highlight just right back at the start was actually getting to live with you again. Yeah. Because like doing long distance and then living separately after having lived together for like 2.5 years was really hard. It's still really fun.
Better be fun.
Yeah, no it is. It's really fun. What has surprised you? I feel like there's more to it than you think.
Yeah.
Like marriage is obviously like a lot of communication, and it's not just like once you have the wedding day like everything's gonna be like sunshine and rainbows. Like it actually takes work and it takes communication.
There's a lot of layers to it.
I think people don't necessarily like expect that when they go into marriage. I feel like people kind of know that marriage isn't easy, but they also I don't think know what that entails necessarily. Surprising in a good way, because it's like learning to actually understand what marriage is and how it works and how to have a successful marriage, which so far so good. It's also been fun to like, even though Phil and I have been together for, at the end of this year it'll be 7 years that we've like dated and known each other,
Yep.
there's still like so many things you can learn about your partner, and even the way that you communicate like changes and grows as you grow as people.
It's not just, oh, you're married now. There's a lot more to it than that.
Is the relationship any different now that you're married?
I would say so. It's quite different. Like, there's differences in like me leading more.
Yeah, I feel like that's the main thing. We also come from a Christian background, so we know that how we go about marriage will be different to how other couples go about marriage because of the foundation that we have in Jesus. The love doesn't change, the love just grows.
No. Yeah.
I feel like it almost deepens. I mean, we touched on a lot of that kind of stuff, like a lot of the differences in our last Q&A, so
Yeah.
if you want to have like a more in-depth answer, then check out the last Q&A.
Yeah.
How often do you go on dates?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Not as often as we'd like,
Well,
we'll say that.
Yeah, a few months ago we planned to do at least like either once a month or every 2 weeks.
Yeah, every fortnight.
Every fortnight. Yeah. Lately it hasn't quite happened. Last few months.
Yeah. I mean, we went out for dinner last night for our 2-year wedding anniversary, and that was lovely. So that's kind of started it again.
Yeah.
But
maybe we can keep it going from this week.
Yeah, I feel like we're really, really bad at it. I feel like we just have so much going on, and it's not an excuse. Like, we should prioritize it more.
We should.
Yeah, but I don't think our relationship strains at all, because we
No.
communicate all the time, and obviously we live together, so.
Yeah.
We ideally would like to do like every fortnight or once a month, and especially like we want to try and get into a routine of doing it like once a month now before we have children, so that like when we do have children we still make sure that we are giving each other what we need. Do you wish you did the wedding any differently?
We've said it before, but the parking situation on the reception.
Yeah, the parking situation at the reception is the biggest thing that I wish we'd done differently.
Yep.
Overall, I really, really liked the theme that we did for the wedding. I'm happy with the amount of guests that we had. I loved all of our vendors. There just like are a few like small things that I would change here and there. But I did a video talking about my wedding regrets. So I'll leave that video down below and I'll pop it in the card if it's working, because I talk about it in that video. Overall, like no big things, just like small niggly things that I wish we'd done a little bit differently. But overall, our wedding day was like great. Like everything looked how I had hoped it would look, and it was just a really, really good day. Yeah. Do you wish you spent less at the wedding? No. I don't.
It depends, because it's like if you're spending less you have to sacrifice something.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't think we could have sacrificed anything out of that day. I think every element of that day was necessary.
Yeah.
So like if you were to spend less on it, you'd have to take something necessary out.
Yeah, that's true.
So no.
Yeah.
No.
There
Short
was.
answer, no.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything else that we could have financially changed, because even then we were still like quite conscious with what we were spending. And to be honest, like it was our wedding day, so I kind of wanted to go all out, because it's just one day that you get, and so for us like every amount was worth it. Again, if you want to know like exactly the breakdown of our wedding budget and how it all worked, again, I've done a whole video. But yeah, like Phil said, I feel like we couldn't really sacrifice anything else. What's a memorable quote or saying from each other?
We were going through my, I think, childhood stuff that my mum gave me, and a lot of my answers were not yet.
Yeah.
Like, have you learnt this yet? Not yet.
Yeah, that was
It
funny.
wasn't no, it wasn't yes, it was not yet.
Yeah, which is a good mindset to have. Do you know this? Not yet. I feel like you have some really good one-liners in certain situations. When there's a situation that a pun is just needed, Phil has got it down. Like, he would just come in and it would come out of nowhere. There was that one in the wedding video in the speeches that we were watching last night.
Yeah, they were talking about cards, and then they asked if I was planning to go and do something, and I think my response was, it's not on the cards.
Yeah, and it just like came out of left field, and it was great.
Sometimes when you're like, you don't believe a word of something someone said, but you don't want to make an argument, you'll just say, interesting.
Yeah, I do. If I ever say to you, that's interesting, I'm not a fan. But that's the nice way for me to say like, you're not right, and what you're saying is horrible.
Sometimes you just say, oh, that's just utter crap.
Yeah.
You just say it so bluntly. This is hilarious.
Okay, so we got some questions to do with finances, so we'll answer those now. So we've got, who pays for the bills now that you're studying? Is that your husband's job?
Both.
Both. Yeah.
Have you gone on through the finances thing?
I don't think I've talked about it, no.
Communal finances before?
I've said that we have joint bank accounts, I think.
Okay. This is something we had been working on for like a while. Not only like just finances in general, but actually how we view finances. Like, we're trying to see it as more, well, I get paid for my work, what you get paid for your work or study. Like that's like, it's not my money or it's not your money.
It's our money.
Yeah, it's seeing it as a household money. What I earn is, you know, both of ours, not just mine.
Yeah.
And yeah, with you studying now, like, you get your study and you pick up 1 or 2 shifts at work depending on what day.
Yeah, I try and do like 1 shift a week minimum, but while it's been mid-semester break, I've picked up more work, and so I kind of just will try and work when I don't have uni, so that helps. And then also in New Zealand, if you study, most of the time if you're not an international student, you can access StudyLink, which is money from the government that they pay you because you're studying to be able to pay your bills. So I also get that.
Yeah, it's not necessarily now that I'm paying all the bills, it's all the money we have coming in, it's our money. So it's like, I'm not paying the bills, we're both paying the bills.
We both pay the bills.
Yeah.
We pay the bills, we spend money, we save money. It's all, communal.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, if you're a stay-at-home mum and it is the responsibility of your husband to pay the bills, that's fine. But for us, while we don't have children and while I'm studying and you're working and I work as well, it's both of our choice.
Yeah.
Financial goals.
Is that the question? Financial goals?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've been trying to save a little bit and bring down our debt. Mm-hmm.
Save for a house, which we have been saving for a house. Yeah. But in Auckland, they're expensive, so we're just going to keep letting that tick over time. I don't think we have anything like too crazy. I feel like as Christians, your view on money kind of changes a little bit. You're not like trying to get everything you can in this world. We're kind of just content with what the Lord gives us and trying to use it well. I would like to give more to church than what we're currently doing, because now it's just kind of very like far and few between. Just the biggest thing that we have is being in a position where we can pay our bills and have a little bit left over.
Yep.
How do you resolve conflict? Well, we talk about it.
Yeah, communication.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a major amount of conflict for us to be in practice of.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't had a big blow up where we needed to like majorly resolve it.
Yeah.
We have small little disagreements which we just communicate. You have to not be afraid of resolving conflict to start with. You need to be able to be in a position where you can go to your partner and address what's gone on.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think you need to do it in a calm manner. Sometimes if they need a cooling down period, I think give them the cooling down period.
Yeah.
But also I wouldn't let it fester overnight, because I feel like if you're having a screaming fest and you're trying to reason, that person's not in a headspace where they can reason.
Are taking over at that point.
Yeah. Most of the time we just resolve it then and there. Or we do also do a marriage meeting once a week, which we've been doing since we got married, basically, where we will sit down on a Sunday night and just kind of like talk through the week, and if there was anything that we want to talk about or issues that we wanted to bring up and discuss, and it's just a comfortable way to be able to talk about it, and then we know exactly where the other person is at.
Yeah.
We also talk about other things as well, but on the note of conflict, like that is an opportunity that we find to be able to bring it up with each other in a calm manner. And that way, like, sometimes if it's just small things like, oh, I really don't like when you leave your dirty clothes on the floor, then it's like, okay, cool, like I'll try not to do that.
Or when you leave your hair dryer out and don't put it away.
Yeah, things like that, you know, where you just like talk about it then and there.
Yeah.
Things that we disagree on. That's quite a good follow-up.
What do we disagree on?
I feel like we're very, very similar people.
Similar, yeah, but there's some things...
I know what you disagree on. What? How we decorate the house for Christmas.
Yeah. Wow. I disagree on decorating the house for Christmas.
Yeah, Phil doesn't like how all out we go for Christmas and Easter, but, you know, we just gotta do it.
No. Well, disagreeing, clearly. Some movies you like, some ones I really dislike.
Yeah, we have very different tastes in movies. Like, I have been begging Phil to watch The Little Mermaid for probably like 2 months, and have we watched it still? No, we have not. If
you're talking about the original one, sure.
Yeah, I want to watch the new one, but Phil's not so keen. Different tastes in books, different tastes in movies. Phil doesn't like how we decorate the house for Christmas and Easter. Like, if Phil was on his own he would not decorate at all.
No.
Would you even put up a tree?
I don't know, probably not.
Yeah. We don't really disagree on like any of the big stuff.
Yeah, that's all pretty in line.
And what are some of our favourite things to do together? We like going to the movies.
Yeah, movies, walks.
Beach.
Other things we disagree on. You're more of a summer person, I'm more of a winter person.
That is true. Yeah, I love the summer and
like
Phil
winter.
hates the summer.
I don't hate the summer.
You just get too hot.
Yeah, I get too hot.
When we were in Hawke's Bay, I really enjoyed all the bike rides with you.
Yeah.
That was really fun. We need to do that more up here. We go to social events quite a lot together, and that's really nice.
Op shops.
Yes, op shopping trips.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really fun. Phil's come around on op shopping because when I first met you were
no,
not keen.
No, I disagree on
Yes,
that.
and I quote, I like going into shops where I know what I'm going to buy.
No, I
Yes.
said... No. I said I like going into shops when I can buy something.
But you also, when I first met you, you said I don't understand op shops because when I go into a shop, I go in to buy something particular and I can't do that in an op shop. So this next question I'm just going to answer because it will be a real quick fire one, and for those of you who are new on the channel, where was your first kiss? So our first kiss was
unknown address.
Yeah, it was at an unknown address where Phil's cousin was house sitting at the time, and it was New Year's, so yeah, we kissed. Who does the most cooking and the most cleaning, etc.?
Recently you've been doing more cooking, but I feel like in general I do more cooking.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of that though is because of our schedules. So Phil finishes work quite late.
Yeah, like 7ish.
Like
now.
7, and by the time he gets home it's like 8:30. So by the time that Phil gets home it's just way too late for him to cook. And obviously with my uni schedule I get home at like 2 or 3 or 4. So like it's easier for me to cook a meal and then we'll eat when Phil gets home.
Yeah.
I feel like if Phil was working a 9 to 5, Phil would cook more.
Yeah.
But then I feel like cleaning is a bit like half and half. Like I feel like I'm a more like particular cleaner. Like I like things done like now.
Yeah, you're more initiatively cleaning. Like you'll take the initiative to clean.
Well, if I don't want to clean something, I will ask Phil to do it.
Yeah.
And then Phil will do it when the
Well,
time
then we kind
is
of
good
do the
for
cleaning
him.
half and half though.
Yeah, we
you
do.
just initiated more.
Yeah, I initiate the cleaning, but I always do all the washing, and Phil does like, he always does the shower because I hate cleaning the shower. Or like the drains in the shower. That is Phil's job. I hate it. Like vacuuming we'll take turns doing. Dusting we'll both do.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you share the car? Does someone use it more? So
This really depends on what's going on.
Yeah, so we've got one car between the two of us. When we have kids, I would like to have 2 cars.
Yeah.
Just so that like if I need to come home with a child and Phil needs to stay somewhere else with a child, then we've got one each. Or in case anything happens with one car, then at least we've got another car. I feel like most of the time we just public transport to work in uni.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the time now when we're in the car together, so like we'll always do groceries together in the car, filling up the car with petrol we're always doing at the same time. But whenever we're going out and about we'll do it at the same time. I will just take the car if I'm going to work. Like if we're going to church we're going in the same car. And like if I'm on serving early and Phil's not, Phil will just come in early. Or if Phil's on serving early and I'm not, then I'll just go in early. Yeah, so I feel like we both use it the same amount, and if like one of us has an event we need to go to, then we'll use the car for that. Or if we're going together we'll go together and use the car. So I feel like it's very like half and half. But like if Phil needs the car for something he'll just use it, I'll let him use it. Or if I need the car for something then I'll use it and you'll let me use it.
I'll let you use it.
Yeah, we're pretty flexible with the car.
Going into that, you know, more communal concept as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's our car, it's not your car or my car.
Yeah,
it's both of our cars.
It's our car.
Yeah.
Will you move somewhere other than Auckland?
Not planning to.
Yeah, we're not planning to as of right now. I personally love living in Auckland.
Same.
Obviously like our work is here, my study is here. We love our church up here in Auckland. We're very involved in serving. Like I am serving in the preschool team, Phil is serving in the bookstore team and on the pack and save team, which is like the pack down team. Have a lot of friends up here now, both at church and outside of church as well, and I really like our home as well up here. It's perfect for us as of right now.
Like the only place we'll move is like slightly more up north maybe, like later on.
Well, like still in Auckland though.
Yeah,
like
still in
Greater
Auckland,
area.
but like
Yeah.
a little bit more rural.
But the thing that I really like about living in Auckland is that there's just everything here. Like there's a lot of stuff for kids to do. Like we've had a lot of like personal family and friends ask if we would raise kids in Auckland, which yes, I think there's heaps of stuff for kids to do. Also where we live there's like a playground down the road, so like it would be perfect to take the kids down there and get them to like play for a little bit. Shopping's good, the activities are good, like there's just a lot that we can do as a couple. There's a lot of like different restaurants and stuff we can try for like date nights and things like that. Any holiday plans, honeymoon, etc.
Over the honeymoon stuff.
Yeah, we touched on the honeymoon before. We still want to do a roadie at some point for our honeymoon. It's just trying to figure out like when, because with work and study it gets a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
But we've kind of done like a few things on our honeymoon list together. The only thing that we have in our schedule right now is at the end of this week we are going to Hawke's Bay for a baby shower.
Ideally this year we still want to go to Australia at some point.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's trying to figure out timing with uni, and then because I've also been picking up shifts at work, it's also trying to figure that out as well. But yeah, I would like to go to Australia at some point this year and meet your nan and pa and your cousins. Has marriage been what you had imagined, or is it different? I feel like it's a bit of both.
Bit of both, yeah.
Like obviously like I had a pretty good idea of what it would be like to live with Phil, and I feel like that's been the same, but you've also been a lot better, I think, because we're in a Christian marriage, like with Phil leading, but Phil will have the final say for the benefit of our household and what is best for our family. But like learning how to like trust Phil that he has the best intentions for our household, rather than me feeling like I have to do it all.
Yeah. Same and different. I think we got a little bit of it when we were living together, but not the full thing.
Yeah.
Going in the latest thing again, it's a lot deeper than just what you think it is until you're actually there. Yeah,
and I feel like the Lord also grows the bond that you have for each other, and I know that he will grow it when we start having kids as well. Like he definitely deepens that bond in marriage that you don't have. I mean, you have a bond when you're dating, but like that deepens a lot in marriage, and God definitely deepens it more, which you can't know unless you're married. Yeah. What do you love most about each other, and something that you'd change? I feel like I really love Phil's heart towards other people. Like he always puts other people first over himself. Very, very selfless. So I love that about you. Something that I would change is that I would change so that when I ask you to do something, you'd get up and do it straight away. Rather than finishing what you were doing. I wish that you'd be like, yep, sure, pause what you're doing and then go do it.
I'm a completionist, so...
Yeah, he is, yeah. So I am now just like, okay, when you finish that, can you please do this?
I like how outspoken you are. You're always very friendly to everyone.
I can basically make friends with anybody. It's
Exactly.
great.
Yeah.
Skill from my younger self. When I was like under 5, I would go up to people, probably not the safest thing, but I would go up to people in public who were sitting on their own, and I would sit down and have a conversation with them, and I'd really freak out my mum. Yeah, so that hasn't changed.
Hopefully our kids don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, if they do, they're definitely my child. There's no question about it.
My introversion can temper that. Something that I would change.
You're like, where do I start?
I need to get my list. I don't have a list.
Your love for Christmas. Your love for Christmas.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, love for Christmas could be a contender.
I'm just such a good wife.
Sure, let's go with that. No, you are. Spending habits?
They've gotten better though.
They have gotten better.
Yeah, when I was working full time, I'm definitely more of a spender.
Yeah. For Christmas spending habits.
And that means decor. Phil's not talking about presents. He's talking about decor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love a good Christmas decor haul. We all know this.
I'm aware.
Well, I don't know if that's going to change, sorry. When do you think you want to have kids, and how many do you want? Soon.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to pop out a baby this year because timing of how long it takes to make a baby and for a baby to grow, it's not going to be practical. Yeah, we would like to be underway this year. That is very much in the Lord's hands, and we could say that we're ready for a child right now, and the Lord is like, no, you're not ready. I need to grow you in A, B, C, D areas first. So we are kind of open to having kids at any point from now. We always thought that like being married for 2 years was a good amount of time. We also were content for it to happen like after a year of marriage. We ideally didn't want it in the first year of marriage.
Yeah, it'd be a bit much.
We just thought it would be a lot, which praise the Lord that didn't happen. But then we were quite content from like anywhere from like a year on, but definitely like after 2 years we feel like, yeah, it's a good time. We also feel like the Lord has been slowly but surely like preparing us. As of how many kids we want, I would really like 4 kids. I know it sounds like a lot.
Beautiful.
Even numbers, but also because like I just like the idea of having 4 kids. Does that mean that I'll feel the same once I've had 1 child? I don't know. Will it mean that I want more or want less? Don't know. But in my head I feel like 4 is a good amount.
I like the idea of 2 or 4.
Yeah, I feel like it's the idea of 2 or 4. Twins also run in my family, so...
And it skipped your last generation.
Yeah, so potentially there is a chance that we would have 1 baby and then get a set of twins, or we could have a set of twins right from the get-go, or we may not have twins at all. So that is also why I'm also like 4 would be quite a nice number to have. But if we have 3 and get twins, I feel like in my head at this point I'm done. But again, that could change when we have children. We might feel like the Lord is calling us to have a massive family. So I would like our kids to be like quite close in age, and so that they all have like a buddy. And Phil grew up as an only child, and so you have said yourself that you don't want our kids to grow up as an only child. Not that there's anything wrong for those only children out there.
I'm one of them.
He's one of them.
I wouldn't choose it for them.
But Phil just doesn't want that for our kids, and I have never ever wanted just one. So I have told myself no matter how painful it is, you got to go through it at least twice. I guess we'll finish on this question because Phil and I have like 10 minutes before we need to go. Baby names with a question mark. We have got baby names. We have got 2 girls' names and 3 boys' names that we absolutely love, all with middle names.
Yep.
As well, but I want to keep them private. Sorry to disappoint. We have had baby names since Phil and I were 6 months into dating.
Probably first year and...
First year?
Yeah.
Which the girls' names have stayed the same, the boys' name has changed.
Yeah.
Let me just double check that there were no more questions that came in while we've been filming this. Okay, yeah, we will end it there. Sorry if we didn't quite answer your question. We will do another one of these probably in our 3 years.
Yeah.
Obviously, like if you guys want to see Phil in any more videos, or like if you want us to do like specific Q&As on different topics, then let us know that as well, because we can always film that, whether it's like marriage specific, relationship.
We can book it into my busy schedule. So.
Phil will make time in his schedule to come in and chat with you guys as well. But if you guys enjoyed this video with us, then please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please check out my social media, it's always linked down below. Should I pop yours down below?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'll leave Phil down below as well if you want to go and give him a follow.
Some good questions.
Yeah, there were some really good questions. Again, like we mentioned before, please go and watch our Q&A from last year as well. It'll be down below. And I will see you guys in my next video, and I'm not sure when Phil will see you.
Next time.
He might see you soon, who knows. Yeah.
Next time I'm here.
Yeah, next time he's there.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see you guys. Bye.
Bye.